What a mess. Look at this. Look at this. What a disgusting mess. What's going on here? All right. So, little Friday morning sculpt, Saturday morning sculpt, Friday evening. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a sculpt. I took my Dremel tool, filed down what I was working on. The problem is, I think I'm gonna set this aside. I don't think I'm gonna finish it. Putting it next to an ogre, it's just too tall, especially when I put the head on there. It's a little weird. So I mean, I might. There are a lot of things I could do. I think the one thing I was thinking of, it might be a good scenery piece as like a sculpt. You know, someone worshiping a cat. You know, like imagine like you know the. It's like imagine if it were a statue of someone like worshiping a cat. You know, so that's what I'm thinking of now. You know, where yeah, I haven't figured it out, but I think it looks, that pose is very sculpture-esque. So if I painted like a marble sculpture, I think that would look kind of cool. That's the only thing I'm thinking of now, but that would mean, so there are a few different things I have to do. But that's what I'm thinking, and we shall see. But what I am working on, the next ogre I'm going to work on, I think, for my cat ladies is going to be one from the 40K universe. I think it's going to be one of the sisters there. So I'm going to put like a armor. I think I'm going to use everything, pretty much everything from the ogre, like the arms from the ogre, the face from the ogre, even those little like weird feet things, which I haven't used yet. And I'm just going to put armor on it, like 40K. I can't remember what they're called. Sisters of Silence, is that what they are? And the ones that are like the nuns, whatever they're. I have it saved. Yeah, so it's gonna be a big cloak, but I don't think I'm gonna give her a gun. I think it's just gonna be like a sword, and I don't think I'm gonna give her armor. I think I'm just gonna give her the shoulder pads, and yeah. So we shall see. So that's that one. What I'm doing now, I finally broke into my ghouls for more than just a head, and my Herald of Purgle, as you may remember, is this Burt Reynolds-esque thing. He's gonna be sitting like this, and in front there are gonna be two ghouls like pushing it, or maybe even like chained up and like pulling it this way. But then there's going to be someone fanning him off, and someone holding a plate of fish. So here's see, that's why he needs ghoul helpers, because he can't fit in his palanquin. Every time I say palanquin, it sounds too much like Colin Quinn, the comedian. So anyway, so one of them is going to have this with a plate of fish. Where's my little fish? Why am I asking you where my fish is? I probably dropped it. Anyway, there's a fish here somewhere. There. So he's gonna have this fish in his hand like this, like, your fish, my lord. Your fish. Your supper has arrived, my lord. And this one is going to be fanning him off with a giant feather fan. So unfortunately for me, the ghoul kit, believe it or not, does not have a waiter arm or a fanning off person arm. So that's where the green stuff comes in. I'm gonna work on that today. I think I'm gonna work on the arm for sure for the waiter, and I think that's about right. The positioning. I want to tilt it a little bit forward, but not a lot. So it'll be like there. So, and then also this, I'm probably gonna sculpt little pieces of lettuce for the plate. I actually got this. It's so tough to make a complete circle or an oval with green stuff without making it look wrinkled. So I basically just clipped everything off of that, filed it down, and got this. And I figured the fish is gonna be in the middle anyway, so it shouldn't matter too much. So, all right, let's get started here. I think I'm gonna put, just to get this some thickness and some body so I can do something. Normally I like to twist the armature wire. It really makes it hold a lot better, but didn't twist it today, so it's gonna be, hopefully everything will stick fine. I got these new tools too, but I don't really use them very often. Here's this whole kit of sculpting tools like this. Oh, there's a car. There's that same alarm. I think that alarm goes off on every video. I think it's like, I think YouTube is sort of like, that's their violation alarm whenever I swear too much or say something too much. Maybe mentioning Colin Quinn's name. Colin Quinn's super funny. He was the Weekend Update host on SNL years ago. But he's like, as a stand-up, he's just really funny guy. So anyway, I digress. I also brought over my magnifying glass, which, there it is. Let me see, can I look? All right, let's go like this, yeah. Although it has a light and I can't seem to plug it in and make it so I can actually, I don't know, this table is just not big enough. I need a work table. I might need to do this in 2 steps too. So I might just put the basic structure of the hand in here. Of the forearm. Also, is that too big? Do I need to clip down that forearm? Let me put it next to another arm. I mean, it's pretty close. I guess I can do that. That's fine. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put just a little bit of body on there, and then put detail on another time. I think the plate of fish should be on like served with like lettuce and like lettuce leaves and little tomatoes. So that should be pretty easy to do. So we'll do that too. All right, you're really not cooperating at all. I had the green stuff in the refrigerator and I haven't used it because it was so humid. It was just acting weird. Yeah, let me take this off. Gonna have to coil it. Ugh. Oh, and yes, those cats were absolutely sculpted by hand. I looked up the only real cats they have in Warhammer are the saber tusks, which they're okay, but they have goofy looking faces. I don't know if I want them. They're also too big for what I was looking for, but. And honestly, let's be honest. Half the reason why I do this is so I can sculpt stupid shit. So, stupid stuff, stupid things. Yeah, it's definitely not sticking as well as if I were to braid the wire, but yeah. But I kind of knew that going in, or twisting the wire rather. So first step just gonna be rough stuff anyway. Hope everyone had a decent Memorial Day weekend last week, if that's your thing. I never leave the house, so I did nothing. I did not go to a parade. I did not hear a parade. I didn't see a parade. I just stayed in the house yelling and telling people to turn down their music and stop with their car alarms. That's all I did. That's all I ever do. All right, let's let you there. All right. Next up, we'll put a little bit of stuff on the here. Let's see. Oop, heads up. If you can see that jar of Werther's candy, it's at exactly the same height as it was last week. I didn't have a single one. I'm definitely turning into an old lady. My grandmother had the same jar of candy in her house, untouched for, I don't know, probably since the Reagan administration. Yeah, and here I am with this, so. Although she had things like ribbon candy, which, I mean, that's just a weird thing. I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's like you can make candy into a ribbon, great, but it didn't even taste that bad. It's just weird. Like, what you're supposed to eat an entire ribbon? Or you're just supposed to use your fingers and break it apart? You're supposed to shatter it? I don't know. These are the questions. These are the candy questions I need. So if there's a candy FAQ, maybe, yeah, let me know. Or if you're watching and you're like, you know what, as a ribbon candy aficionado, I'm slightly offended by that, and in which case I apologize. I'm not ribbon phobic at all. Convectionary phobic, is that what it would be? Diabetic? All right. Here we go. This is going to be the least interesting sculpt ever, because all I'm doing is like basic stuff that, I don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone really comes on here to like, oh, let's learn new things. I think it's just, but I feel like when the finished product from today is not going to look like a finished product. It's going to look like, yeah, you did nothing. I tend to find that if I try to do the whole thing in one sitting, it just doesn't work. Like, you really need a separate sitting to do the details, I find. But I'm sure there are other sculptors who are better than I am that can do it all in one. I also would love to do more with like Super Sculpty and Fimo instead, but just because it's so much more forgiving than green stuff. Like green stuff, it just you work on it, then it gets hard, and you're done. With Fimo, it's like you really, I don't know, you just have so much more control. It's almost like with clay, you just sort of like can keep clay wet, then come back to it a day later or whatever. Whereas like green stuff, it's like, no, you have a couple hours. Clay also isn't tacky. I probably could be mixing Milliput with this, and it would be more what I'm looking for, but all right. So we're just basically problem with Fimo and Super Sculpty though, you have to bake it, and it's for it to set, and which I guess isn't a problem. I mean, it's. But if you drop green stuff, it doesn't really do anything. If you drop a Fimo sculpt, there's a good chance it's gonna break or crack. So I guess they both have their advantages, but I have heard people mix Fimo in with green stuff. Alright, where's my giant wad of green stuff now? Speaking of, oh, there it is. I'm not going to put the hands on just yet, just because I might want to play around with where exactly they end up position-wise. Yep, you're sticking. God, doggone it. All right, starting to look like arms. All right, where's my other clothespin? All right, there it is. I also realize this thing is got to be so much heavier because of the fan than because of the ghoul, but that's actually not a bad thing necessarily. It just means I have to base the fan and then stick everything else to it. All right, let's see. And also, if I do make the other statue a pedestal, or if I make that a statue, it will allow me to do more fun things with the base than anything else. All right, let's see if I can make some fun lettuce shapes. All right, that is one of my hairs on it. Let's see, I need this guy. Oh, the U2 sensor went off. They know I was thinking about swearing. All right. Yeah. That should hold it. I was in LA last week. They have motorized Uber carts, so it's like this little robot guy or girl thing. This little robot was just wheeling along on its it's just it was like a picnic basket on wheels. It was crazy. And they're like, yeah, that's just a new Uber thing. So apparently they're replacing drivers with robots, which it's begun. Although I hear Uber treats their drivers like shit, which doesn't really surprise anybody. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm sure a skilled painter can make it look like lettuce. Skilled painter being someone other than me. I want to move you more to the outside, though. Can I do that without ruining it? Nope. Well, I guess it's still lettuce-y. I think I'm gonna have to do just one side and then go to the other side another time too, because otherwise I'll just put my giant thumb on it and we'll probably crush any shapes that I had. Let's see if that looks like with a fish on it. Yeah, that works. Little cherry tomato in there. Ugh. I bought dragon fruit just to try and grow the seeds, and they just started sprouting. So it's almost, I don't want to say it's the same feeling as giving birth, but I'm assuming it's close enough. I'm assuming it's like 1 and 2. I'm not gonna say which one's 1 and which one's 2. All right. Actually, you know what? You're probably gonna have to move over. I'll put you right there. Actually, I'll put you right wherever you fall, because I'm not gonna. I think when this dries, I'll probably go in with the second layer of lettuce. All right, so there's that. And we still have a bunch of clay, a bunch of green stuff left. So what do we do? What are we gonna do? I guess I could. Hold on. Let me grab a piece of parchment paper and start to roll out some armor for what's her face, just to see what it looks like. Oh, sorry. One sec. I got it right here. No, I don't. No, I don't either. One sec. This is definitely turning into an ASMR video. Now I have crinkle sounds. I mean, what the hell? Let me... Oh no, and I also crushed my lettuce. Alright, well that's right. I can't do this on camera. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to use your imagination and assume I'm rolling it on camera. Alright, where's it? All right. I don't even know what the armor's going to look like. Maybe I should design that first before I go into this. Yeah, I think I want to design the armor on paper before I go into that. Sorry, that was such a... And I went out and got that... Oh man, I keep dropping stuff on my lettuce. Worst caterer ever. Alright. Maybe I'll put this somewhere where I won't drop it. Alright. So I don't know what to work on. I have this lump of green stuff and I don't know what to work on with. I guess I could just call it a day. I mean, I had a plan, but that's all right. All right, well, let me see. Do I have any armature I could do to start the feet? Yeah, I definitely need to. It's gonna look something like this. So, but I would like to put a wire in there to make sure I can mount it properly. All right. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I think I'm done. So this green stuff is just gonna have to go into my. Where can I put it? There's gotta be some project I'm working on I can use this. Yeah, not really sure. All right, well, you know what? I guess I could make like a little jug of some sort, like a jug of jug of milk, you know. Like maybe along with the giant fish, there'll be someone with a jug of milk that they're using. So, That looks a lot like a zucchini. You know, maybe I'll just freeze this and then try and bring it out later and work on the arms once everything else is dry. That's probably a better idea. Yeah, why don't I do that? That's what I'm gonna do. I have the parchment paper right here. So I'll freeze it and I'll come back later. All right, well, anyway, I guess that's it. I guess, yeah, sorry I didn't really seem to get anything done. But hope y'all are doing well. And, yeah, we'll see you next time.